Okay, so our goal for this, and this is what I want to do. So we're playing. I've gone through, looked at the lore. There you have the Hale cudgel. They've been destroyed. This was all originally theirs. This is all destroyed, completely uninhabitable. They have a population of 290 in comparison to like the blameless gems, which are also completely destroyed. These guys and these guys are the only ones that have a real power. So the Hal Cudgel, they have 3 sites. It says they have 2, but they have 3 under their control. I think it counts these as the 2, and this one is just a fort. Anyways, the goblins have absolutely annihilated these guys. Like, they destroyed all their home territories here. So we're going to be playing as them. And our goal is to raise an army powerful enough to repel these goblins out from their little nests and begin reclaiming this. That's our goal. The Hale Cudgel. They have been completely wiped off the map. And it is our duty, we are being sent out with the sole intention duty to raise an army and create a new bastion of civilization for ourselves. To build up enough economic and military might to repel the invaders, and maybe begin to reclaim our homelands. However, we are not starting over here. We're starting over here, far away, where we can set up and prepare ourselves to defeat the goblin and dwarven menace to our south, to our north. That is our goal. Find embark location. Fuck that, we know where we need to be. Iron, silver, copper. Flexstone layer. Deep, very deep soil. This could work, or we could go for the foothills. Iron, silver, copper, and nickel. Yep. This is where we're gonna be. This is where we're going. Show cliffs and grade. No aquifer. Aquifer here. Back off. Let's go here. Into these forested lands. Right here. Right at where the river meets, but inland from the river. So right here. Embark. Embark, right click to abort. No, I kind of want heavy aquifer. This will be enough for us to produce the things we need. And we have clay, very deep soil, sand, and alright, so that's good. There you have selected. The wildlife might be very dangerous here. Confirm. Prepare for the journey. Alright, we got peasants. Their skills. We need a carpenter. He'll also be our bowyer, which I don't think we're going to be using bowyers actually. So, proficient carpenter, proficient woodcutter. This is our choppy boy. This one, he will be our mason, our stone cutter, so on and so forth. cutter, stone carver, novice mason. No need to work on. Yeah, actually, we're gonna make him a really skilled mason. And a decent enough stone crafter, stone carver, stone cutter. This one, he will be our blacksmith. His job here is to make weapons and armaments and prepare ourselves for what we must do. Metal crafter, labor, starts with an M. Metal, 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 metal. I know metal crafting. Shame, but so be it. Him? This guy? Let's see. Stubborn, good focus, values cunning. Weak, disdains equivalence. That's a weird word. Perfectionist. Fine with us. Relationships, deity. Relationships, deity. Alright. We've got a lot of guys that have the same deity, which is interesting. For starting out, it's interesting, I should say. Metalsmith, adequate, competent. He's a skilled weaponsmith. Actually, he's gonna be a skilled blacksmith because we need the utility. This one will be our kitchen dude. He's a competent brewer. He's a competent cook. Cook. There we go, cook. But he also knows a little bit about herbalism. Quite a bit about herbalism, in full honesty. He's our man for the job. Now, he is our guy for making sure plants are growing. He knows plenty to do with leather work. Let's see. It's not creative, poor intuition, intolerant, musical, high social awareness. You know what? Yeah. This guy is our person for growing crops. Feels no need for producing really anything he particularly needs. He just wants to plant. He wants to grow crops, take care of crops, and deal with crops. That's how he perceives the world. His job is plant oriented. Let me just check to see what else he needs. Not a miller. He will be a miller. He'll be a decent miller too. And a decent thresher too. Thresher, excuse me. This guy, he's old, he's a little infirm, but he's our wisdom. He is our wisdom. He knows a lot about little, and that's about what we can expect of him. He might even know how to read, a little bit of reading. But at the end of the day, he's got to spend a lot of time in the mines. This guy, poor memory, values harmony. He's a quarreler. He's going to he's going to be our miner predominantly, but he's also going to be our fighter. I think he's going to be an armor user, a shield user. This is what they could spare. The ongoing war has been quite devastating. This is what they could spare. And so we're not going to question it. If this is what they can spare to us, this is what we can take. A decent enough soldier is more than enough for us. And what they could spare was a little bit of material. Some copper picks, some copper axes, ale, chinchilla meat. Yep, looks about right. Looks about right for what they could spare. Right now it's really harsh back in the capital, so we can't be too picky. If we can get something, it's honestly wonderful. That's what we need. But what we did take was some animals with us. I think we were able to spare some pigs on our way out. Weren't we able to spare some pigs? Yeah, we were able to spare some pigs. One boar and two sow, which is a good breeding pair here. It's what they could spare. We aren't being picky here. But we are going to try and take some extra seeds. I'm thinking some sweet pods, some rock nuts, dimple cups, not particularly useful to us. And what else could be spared? I think that's the extent of what they could spare for us. At least food-wise. But we could totally get away with taking some berries. Barrels, flask, bucket, tools, cups, mugs, and goblets, weapons, iron mace. A silver mace is more like what we could afford. If we could get ourselves on hands on a bronze mace, and stone blocks for the beginning of our fortress. But I don't really want to take those. They could spare them, but we really don't need them. We have an anvil? Yes, we do. We might take some metal bars. No. Wood? Training weapons. Maces could be quite helpful for training. Digging implements, headwear. Shields. Bodywear. They couldn't afford steel. Almost no one can afford steel in this case. We're quite impoverished. Our entire faction is. So, what we can get is more than what they can offer usually. So we don't want to take advantage too much of it. Like, they don't even have access to silk. Look at this. That's how broke, that's how bad they are off right now. That's how broke they are. That's how bad off they are. Oh, they do have some silk. That is nice. domesticated. Okay. Fortress name. Bell's World. Random. No. Knife Knighted. Done there. Group symbol. Historical figure. Second eldest daughter. Let's see. Dwarf was born in 7, and he is the youngest son of... No, we're going to go after an artifact. Bound codex. The writing portions consist of 4-page untitled letter authored by the works, has no particular subject. The writing is very compassionate. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either. The course of combat. Martial power. That's what will be. Action or relationship. Being contemplated on a course of combat. Done. Items, let's see. Dwarves, I don't suppose we can take some more. No, we really can't. So I guess we'll fill up on what we can before heading out. Fill up on some dwarven rum. Seeds, all they can offer. Here I have. Probably just top off on seeds if they can spare them. Pigtail ropes. We'll take a few of these in case we come across any goblins to capture. Maybe we can torture some information out of them. I mean, acquire some information out of them. It'll depend. Sorry. Dog started barking. I don't know what he was barking about. There, a little bit better, bud? Yeah. And I think we can avoid cheese. I don't think we're going to get much cheese. Let's see, can we make pig cheese? Yeah, you can make pig cheese. And chinchilla meat. I don't know, can we get chinchillas? If we can, that'd be cool. Because that is kind of like our faction's claim to fame. I mean, they're sending us off with chinchilla meat. It would be nice to have some of them. Powders, let's see, dwarven wheat, flour, dwarven sugar. Extracts. Plants. Let's see, do we have any of those? Yeah, we do. Garden vegetables, let's go with onions. Quarry bush leaves. Let's see. Onions. Yeah, we'll grab some onions, since it seems to be something they can spare. So we'll get away with some onions, which is a weird thing. Usually they don't, factions don't have access to like a lot of this, but they seem to have a good selection of berries and what have you. And stones, let's see, bags, pigtail bags, silk bags, case spider silk bag. Pigtail thread, there we go. And finally, miscellaneous buckets. How many buckets do we have? 3 fungi wood buckets. Dwarven rum. And we'll grab some extra pigtails, since that seems to be what a vast majority